Hey, what's up everybody? This is Chicken Possible with Rewards Hunter, back with another Xbox Game Pass monthly quest guide. So today we're going to be working on a somewhat difficult one. This is for the game Prey, and it is worth 75 rewards points. It expires on the 31st of this month, and we need to repair one object within the game. This one is available on the cloud, so you can play it that way if you like. I'm going to be playing it here on my Series S console. This should take you about 20 minutes or so, I'm guessing, if you follow along with the guide and don't make too many stops along the way. I'm going to be starting a brand new game and deleting one of my old campaign saves in order to make an empty save slot. Change your difficulty to story, which is the easiest difficulty, so that the mimics that we fight won't be quite as deadly to us. And then you'll just choose either male or female on that first screen there, and we will spawn in our apartment. And this game is fairly interesting. This is actually a whole simulated world that we wake up in here, and it seems very nice on the surface for the first day here, but then you'll find out on the subsequent days that things are not so nice in the area where we live. So, as soon as we stand up here, we don't have too much to do in our apartment. You can explore if you want to, but I'm just going to show you the quickest path to get that repair done. So what we're going to do is move over to the suit here and press X to put the suit on. And you'll get a telephone call from Mr. Yu while you're doing that. After the suit is on, then you'll be able to get control of your character again and press X to open the door. We're going to head out to the elevator and up to the roof where the helicopter is waiting for us. Well, the simulation of the helicopter anyway. So just press the roof button once you get inside of the helicopter there. And then we're going to exit the elevator and then go through the door here, press X to open the door, and we're going to head up to the helicopter and press X to get inside. And if you need to sprint at all during this, which I do sprint at various times, you just click the left thumbstick to do that. Now this part is about basically like a 2-minute cutscene. It's just the credit roll for the game. So if you look out the right-hand side window, you'll see all the credits for Bethesda games and, you know, the different companies that worked on making it and that sort of thing. So I'm just going to fast forward, skip over that 2-minute cutscene. You can pause the video if you want to stay caught up with me, but I just didn't want to show that to you twice. So let's take a left and head inside, and then take a right to get into this elevator. And after just a minute, a confirm button will appear here, and we'll press X to confirm. And we've got quite a few tasks to do here before we can get into collecting spare parts, which is what we need to mainly focus on collecting. So first we need to walk up and talk to Mr. Yu here, which apparently is our character's brother.
Still red? I know the test might seem a little unconventional, but it's a Yu family tradition.
And Alex will continue to talk for a minute, but you can move over by the testing room door over here, and this will open up in just a minute as soon as he finishes talking to us. And we're going to have to go through 4 different tests in here, and they're all very simple, but basically just kind of getting us used to the controls of the game. This is sort of the tutorial level for the game.
Right. Listen. Just be yourself. I'll see you after.
All right, so we're into test chamber A, and each one of these 4 test chambers has just a button to get started in the test chamber. The doctor will talk to you for just a minute, and then you'll be able to press the button with X, and then you'll just have to finish the test. So this first test is going to have 3 boxes come up out of those holes in the floor, and all we need to do is walk up to the boxes, press X to pick them up, and then you can hit your right trigger to just kind of throw them off to the side. You're basically just trying to get them outside of the red circle area. So we'll press X, walk up to the first box, press X, and then right trigger to throw it, and then do the same thing with the other 2 boxes.
You're absolutely fine. Let's move on to room B then.
All right, so for the second test, we're just going to press the button, and then we're going to hide behind the chair. And in this game, you can crouch with B. So you're just going to move up behind the chair, press B to crouch, and just kind of stand there for a minute. And that'll be the end of that test.
Take your time, relax, think it over. No, I'm kidding. You only have 9 seconds. Hit the red button when you're ready to start.
So we're just crouching behind the chair, and he does a little bit better job of hiding behind the chair as you get closer to it. He crouches like a little bit more, so. But as soon as you see the red light on the wall, the second red light, then you're done with the test, so you can go ahead and move over to the door.
No? No, that's fine. Sorry, let's keep things moving, Morgan. Head into room C. You're doing marvelous.
So the third test is basically just jumping. So all we're going to do is press X to activate this button, and then we are going to press A to jump over that little barrier in the middle. We're going to press X to activate the second button, which you can probably see closer to the glass over there where the doctor's standing. So you have to activate that button, and then you can just come right back over the wall, and we're basically finished with this test.
Press the red button when you're ready.
So just hit the blue button and come back, and we're ready for the last test, which is basically just a questionnaire. It's an interesting questionnaire, though. It's sort of almost morality type questions where, you know, you've got somebody that you're trying to save on the train tracks, and who do you want to save? The answers don't really matter, so feel free to choose whatever you like.
One last room. Let's step into D.
So we'll move in and press X to sit down in the chair. And then there's a little touch screen that's in front of us here. Oh, he ordered some coffee. I definitely don't recommend the coffee here at TranStar. It's pretty dangerous, as you'll see in a moment. But anyway, back to the questionnaire. So we're going to press the start button as soon as it appears on screen.
I'm going to show you a series of questions. Pick the answer that makes the most sense to you. Press start on the screen when you're ready.
So like I said, it doesn't really matter what your selections are here. Feel free to think about what you want to answer. There's some interesting questions for sure.
Ooh, that's heavy stuff.
I was actually in a class a few years ago where we had questions kind of similar to this, very morality-oriented questions, kind of similar to these. Good for discussions with groups, for sure. But anyway, that is all we've got to do for this. We've just got to pick our last answer here.
Well done. Well done. We're nearly through it. For this next part, I'm going to display...
Like I said, I would not recommend the coffee here. You can see what happened. A second coffee cup appeared there. A little tentacle thing appeared and shot the coffee cup up there and made it sort of double. So there are these enemies in this game called mimics, and that is what they look like, and they are very dangerous. So that is the sort of villain enemy style of the game Prey, and you will be up close and personal with some of those soon. Thankfully, we put it on the story difficulty, so they probably won't kill you. You'll probably just get hurt just a little bit by them whenever you encounter them, and hopefully you can just kind of ignore them for the most part. But we will have a weapon to help deal with them in just a moment.
He's alive. Sedated. Clean it up.
So like I said, that whole first section was basically a simulation, except for the mimic part that we saw. So that really did happen, and basically just about everybody at the lab has been killed at this point. So we're going to wake up from our simulation here, and it kind of looks at first glance like we're reliving the same day, but you can tell that our character is the only one that's still up and running. So you're definitely going to have some deja vu right here, but this is different, trust me. So we're going to press X to grab the suit again and put that on. And then as soon as we go out this door again, you'll see that things are different, and one of the crew members who said hi to us previously is dead here on the floor. So we're going to collect whatever items she has. Luckily, she had some spare parts for me, but more than likely she probably won't have spare parts on her body for you. That's kind of random, but she will have the wrench. Pick that up and smash through the glass.
What happened yesterday was real. If you want
And we're going to head right. You can just follow this same path as me. There are lots of different rooms that you could be going into, lots of little collectibles that you could be picking up, but we're just going to keep moving in this path to get through as quickly as possible. So we're going to go to the room with the red light, and pass through the room with the exit here, and you'll see the little helicopter simulator there. That's what we rode on earlier. And make sure you stop at the toolbox here. This should have 2 spare parts in it. We need to collect 6 spare parts, so make sure you grab those 2. Those are pretty crucial. So we're going to head back into this room back here. You can grab the med kit if you want to. I don't end up using it. I just grab it kind of out of habit at this point, but keep heading towards the exit here and up this set of stairs. And we're heading to the lobby area. So if you see signs that point to the lobby, that is where we're going. And this coming up is the decontamination room that we need to pass through first. And you'll see another horrific mimic attack right here on this guy. And you'll see that the mimics basically sort of multiply by, I guess, killing people. So that's the way that they grow in numbers. So that one spawned 4 from 1 there. But we couldn't do anything about it. We were stuck in the decontamination room. There's another med kit there you can grab if you want to. Again, you don't have to. And at the upper right corner of the screen, we're going to go through that little hatchway that is highlighted there. So we're going to head over this direction, and you may get attacked by a mimic here. You can kind of just ignore it, or you can fight it with the wrench using your right trigger if you want to. We're going to press X to open this maintenance panel, and press B to crouch. And then I thought it was right behind me, but it really wasn't. So we'll keep moving forward. This game's definitely a little creepy. We've got some creepy stuff for the October quests here. Open up the other end of the access panel, so that helped us to avoid looking for a key card that we didn't really need. This is the thing that we're going to ultimately repair, but we need a skill first, and we need 6 of those spare parts. So you should probably have 2. You might be lucky like me and have 3 or 4, but more than likely you just have 2 so far in your inventory. You can smash that frozen mimic and take these glue canisters and the glue gun if you want to. Again, I don't end up using this. I mostly just use the wrench. But you can feel free to use that against the mimics if you want to fight against them with that. It does help. It just kind of freezes them in place, and then you can smack them with the wrench. Make sure you go over to this little dirt skiff here. This should be here, and it'll have 2 spare parts in it. So make sure you get those 2 off of the dirt skiff. So that should put you at 4 spare parts out of the 6 spare parts that you need. And then the next thing we need to grab is the neuro mod here. So we're going to run up here, smash this glass, and press X to take the neuro mod. So this is going to give us a new ability, and you'll get an achievement for doing this. We're going to go to Engineer on the left, and then Repair 1 on the right, and then we're going to press A to acquire the repair skill so that we can repair that unit that I mentioned a minute ago. So like I said, you should get an achievement right there, so feel free to use that for your Achieve More, Earn More for today, and I'll give you those 50 points within the Rewards app. But now we have got everything we need in this area, so let's move on to the Talos 1 area, and I'm just showing here that I've got 5 spare parts. More than likely, you probably just have 4 at this point, which is fine. We're going to find a room that has a bunch more in just a minute. So we'll press B to get through those little tutorial messages, and we're going to go on to the Talos 1 lobby. This will take just a minute to load you in, and then we're going to pick up a couple of things that we need in the lobby just to get us to the rest of the spare parts that we need to collect. So once you're in the lobby, just move forward here, and we're going to take the stairwell on the right. I did a little 360 here, but take the stairwell on the right, and we're going to wind our way down to the main atrium area of the lobby. And we're going to take a little bit of a right here to go by the center column. You'll see a turret that's right in front of you here. This is a friendly turret, and we need to actually use that in a minute. But first go over to this little bar and grab this trauma center key card that's over here. And actually, I think the turret destroyed one of the mimics that was behind me there. And that's what they do. So we're going to actually press X and carry this turret with us. It changes into almost like a little collapsible briefcase version of itself. And we're going to carry it along with us and use it to defend us a little bit. So head up the stairwell here, and there's a little ledge over here. You can jump onto this ledge and walk along it. And jump over again right there. And we're going to do just a couple more jumps. Here's another ledge that you can walk across. This is a shortcut to the trauma center, basically. And you may have to fight some mimics here, or you can just go ahead and enter in to the trauma center with that key card if you're lucky, if the mimics didn't follow you too much. So you can take a left or a right here. I took a right, and my turret actually didn't do a very good job this time of destroying these guys, but you can press X to drop it and then hold down X to deploy it. And you can see that they pretty much immediately just decimated my turret. Last time I played this, it did a lot better of surviving. But anyway, both of those enemies seem to be on the right side, so I'm going to swing around to the left, and we're going to go into this room right here that has the green lights on it. And you can see all the spare parts that are on the shelves and on the workbench here, so make sure you grab all of those. So you should have, hopefully, at least 7 of them now. I've got 8, just because I was lucky with that very first body that I found. But don't worry about fighting those guys, just sprint your way out of there, and we're going to head back from where we came. So we're going to jump back over the railing and walk across this little ledge. And basically we're just retracing our steps back to that machine that needs to be repaired now. And you can actually repair the turrets, but you have to have a little bit more of an advanced skill, I believe, in order to be able to repair them successfully. So we're just going to go back to that one machine that we know for sure that we can repair with our 6 spare parts. So we're going to head back up here, and we're going to go back to the area where we found the first neuro mod that we used for our repair skill. So yes, we'll press A to confirm there, and then it'll take just a minute to load you back into the lobby area, and then we are going to do that repair. All right, so once you're back in the neuro mod area, we're just going to backtrack a little bit further, and we're going to go back to where we saw that broken machine that needed to be repaired, which is right back here. And we're going to hold down the Y button to use our spare parts and to repair that. And that is pretty much all we need to do for this quest. So you can see we got the notification for the completion right there for completing a repair. So we can go ahead and hold down the Xbox button and turn in that quest for the 75 rewards points. So we've got guides out already for Inside and Fallout 76. I'm going to have guides coming out later today for The Walking Dead Season 2, the Dead by Daylight quest, and Costume Quest 2. So I will look forward to seeing you all in those guides. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found that video helpful, please be sure to click the subscribe button here on YouTube and hit that bell for notifications. You can also find some helpful links in the description of this video if you want to stay connected with us. Stay tuned for more Microsoft rewards and achievement guides, and I'll see you in the next one.